Hi there, my name's John Watson and I've just recorded a track here at MusicGurus. One of my courses, I create a track from scratch in Ableton Live using 3 hardware devices. In this little excerpt, I'd like to focus on the Doepfer Dark Energy and creating a bass line that's going to work with one of my chords. So, I've got a little MIDI part here and I'm going to open this up, and these are the chords that I generated to go alongside my polyphonic synth here, which in this case was a microKORG. Now I'm going to copy over the MIDI clips over to the Dark Energy MIDI channel, and when I open this up you can see here's a copy of all of the notes. Now what I'll point out here is that the Doepfer Dark Energy is a monophonic synth, so we're only able to hear one sound at a time. So obviously it's not going to play these chord notes, and that's quite good in a way, because what I actually want to do is create a bass line, and the ideal bass lines really focus on one note at a time. You don't really find many chords in typical bass lines. So I'm going to grab here the first 2 notes, and I'm going to really eradicate everything apart from the bottom notes here, which are the root notes. You don't have to be exact with this. It's fun to play around, but I'm going to play it pretty by the book, and I'm going to just take out everything apart from the bottom notes here, like so. And then it's just going to play through on the raw setting that the Doepfer's got at the moment, so I have no idea what it's going to sound like. I'll probably need to tweak it. So if I play back what we've got, you can hear that the notes aren't actually long enough, and I need to adjust a few parameters on the synth. What I really need is sustain here, because each of these notes play for a varying length of time here. Some of them are even a beat or half a bar long, so just need to make note of that. So I'm going to add some more sustain. That's the first thing, so that they play for the correct length of time. The second is shift the octave down. It doesn't sound very bass-like at the moment. It sounds a bit buzzy, nasty, so I'm just going to tweak it some more. I'm going to take the filter frequency down, so that really I've just got the bass tones coming through. Also, I'm going to shift over from a square wave here to a sawtooth wave. It's going to give me a kind of deeper bass on this synth anyway. And let's just open up the filter a little bit more. Come back into the MIDI clip. And also here, this bottom C isn't actually playing because it's come too low down for actually the octaves allowed on this synth. So what I'm going to do is use shift and just come up an octave. The other thing as well is that some of the MIDI notes aren't actually aligned with the grid, so I'm going to adjust those as well, particularly here and here. So it's starting to sound a little bit more organic now. I'm going to add a little bit of resonance, which will kind of give me more of a vowel sound. And then also you can hear where some of the notes don't necessarily glide into one another. I can add a little bit more release here, and that's just going to ensure a much smoother flow of the bass notes from one to another. I've also got 2 filters here. I've got a little high pass filter, which can also add a little bit of texture. So all in all, I think it's starting to sound really good. What I can also do is I can route the low frequency oscillator into the filter for a little bit more fun. We'll see what we get here. So there's lots of other options that I can play about with, preferring just a straight up bass, I think, there. So I think I might just go ahead and record this. So the next step is to actually make sure my audio channel is receiving the Dark Energy bass, which it is at the moment. Okay, to do that, I need to set the corresponding channels correctly, and I need to make sure that my monitor in button is enabled here. Okay. Also, I'm not recording any more MIDI, I'm recording audio, so I'm going to take my record off the MIDI track and put the the record onto the audio track. And then really now I could do a little bit of tweaking on the fly, but I'm going to hit record. And I'm clipping there, as you can see, so the actual volume of the synth is just a little bit too loud. So I'm just going to back that level down a little bit here and just come in again. So just keeping an eye on things like volumes. We don't want to really hit the amber or the red at any point. Okay, so that's better. So let's come in and record that again. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with that now, and let's have a little look. So here is the bass line. What I'm now going to do is take the monitor in switch off and just put it back onto auto, and I can also take the record off as well. I'm going to mute the MIDI part because I don't really want that to play back out through the dark energy, and there is my bass line. So little tweaks that I was making there on the filter cutoff, you can hear sort of forming and shaping the sound as it's been recorded. And there we have it. That's how we record our bass line in. So that's just a little excerpt from one of my courses, which you can check out at MusicGurus.com. You can download this project file for free to see what I've done here. This is just a little excerpt from one of the courses that I've developed over at Music Gurus. And yeah, check it out, and I hope you enjoy it.